It was one of the largest recalls in tech history. Almost 2 years ago, Samsung had to replace millions of Galaxy Note smartphones that were bursting into flames, in some cases causing injuries and other damage. As CTV's John Woodward reports, a Vancouver man is relieved his daughter wasn't injured after his Samsung phone exploded while he was driving last week.
We're going to start here with the danger and really deep inconvenience facing hundreds of thousands of people who own cell phones owned and made by Samsung.
Specifically, the Galaxy Note 7 phone. The federal government is now saying that if you own one of these phones, you should turn it off immediately and trade it in because it can burst into flames.
Reed, we know that battery technology isn't really keeping up with other advances in smartphone technology, but how did that result in these massive problems of Samsung and, of course, that Note 7?
In flames. Look at this. The St. Pete man says his brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 7 phone started a fire that torched his beloved Jeep. There's been a nationwide recall on those devices after dozens have also caught fire. Josh Cassio is live in St. Pete with more on this exclusive story.
You never think it's going to happen to you. Not in a million years did I think that my phone would ever blow up. I worked in telecommunications for 15 plus years, and I've been around from every Apple phone to every Samsung Galaxy to ever hit the market. I was even selling phones when the Samsung Note 7 was exploding. I even knew that the Samsung Galaxy S7 was a replacement to that phone, but I never thought it would be me. I never thought it would be my phone. This is my story. This is the story of my Samsung Galaxy S7 blowing up in my car.
One of the largest recalls in tech history. Almost 2 years ago, Samsung had to replace millions of Galaxy Note smartphones that were bursting into flames, in some cases causing injuries and other damage. As CTV's John Woodward reports, a Vancouver man is relieved his daughter wasn't injured after his Samsung phone exploded while he was driving last week.
You're looking at it, it's completely charred.
That's Matt off Samsung S7 smartphone, or what's left of it.
That was a crazy moment, I'll tell you.
A crazy moment partially caught on Chernoff's dash camera. He's coming out of his parkade, and you see that flash at the bottom of the screen. That's the reflection of his phone igniting.
Holy and a huge flame erupts right next to me. And that's essentially my phone.
And what's going through your head at this moment?
Freaking out.
His car seat was damaged, the flames partially contained by his OtterBox case.
I pulled it out, whipped it to the ground, and I had a bottle of water next to me. I just started dumping it right on top of it. I was like, what is going on?
One of his first thoughts, Samsung's 2016 recall of millions of Note 7 phones. At least 100 that reportedly caught fire as the phones overheated. One vehicle catching fire, too. The replacement phone Samsung gave those customers was the S7, Chernoff's model. It also has complaints.
Second and third degree burns, and it was very painful.
And both the Note 7 and the S7 were targets of a Canadian class action lawsuit. That class action was stopped in April by a judge who said that Samsung is displaying good corporate citizenship with its massive recall and its offer to replace defective phones. According to the court, if the mechanism of a class action has the noble objective of stifling reprehensible behavior, it must not conversely turn a blind eye to those who assume their responsibilities. Samsung didn't respond to our questions Saturday, but the company did ask to send in his phone for examination.
If they offered you a replacement phone, would you take it?
Honestly, no. I probably wouldn't.
Can't help but think what would have happened if his young daughter had been holding the phone when it burned.
Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you did like today's video, give us a big fat thumbs up. Make sure you watch the other videos over here and maybe whatever's left over here. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe.